This is We Have a Problem podcast. I'm Charles Hall, and to my left is my best friend, Diamond Hall. We are so grateful that you're tuning in. This podcast was designed to talk through leadership conversations, problem solving, life aspects for building, and the betterment. Take a moment, hit like, hit subscribe. It helps us to get the word out. It helps us to grow the page in the podcast for building and betterment. To that end, and with your permission, let's be good and let's build. I'm big on relational equity. I'm just big on making sure that people know that they are amazing, that they are valuable. And even if they're not amazing, I tell them that too.
You do?
Yeah, we have to be honest with people. How can you go up or grow if I'm not honest of where you are? Like if you're already there, then there's no reason for me to get you to a better space or help you to build bigger.
Wow.
If I just only tell you that you're exactly where you need to be.
No,
nothing needs to be adjusted.
Yeah.
You're amazing. So there's some honesty in that too.
Wow.
Like,
I mean,
I'm
but that
honest.
would show that you care, that you're not just
Absolutely.
Yeah, trying to get what benefits you.
But you don't have to be tyrannical in doing so. You can just say, hey, we can make adjustments here.
Okay.
I believe we can produce more here if we implemented these criteria or processes.
Yeah.
I really want you to process and then progress. But progression, it's important. But I think you get more out of people when you add that relational component. And it doesn't mean that you become buddy, just depending on the individual.
So culture has shifted to they want to see authenticity from leaders. And so as a leader, how do you create boundaries? I feel that they would feel a level of authenticity from you if you're not just telling them that they're doing well, but you're also trying to help them adjust and do better. I think that helps. But how do you structure where too much is, too much, or you're gone too far? I'm only going to show you so much, so you can protect yourself as well.
You just have to earn access. You have to earn the access. Even Jesus says, now I call you friends.
Now I call you friends. That makes
You're
sense.
no longer a servant. Because a servant doesn't know what the master is doing.
Well then.
Now I'll call you
brilliant.
friends.
That's brilliant.
To function in friendship, you have to gain that access. You can be authentic and not be transparent. Be translucent. Transparent is see-through. Translucent is it doesn't show everything. And just depending on the arrangement and who it is and where you are and what you're working through, it's not for you to show everything or be everything. Here a little, there a little. You have to gain access and grow to friendship. When I was serving, growing in my leadership, my leader will call me Charles. 15 years later, he calls me friend.
Really?
I grew, I gained access, but I arrived to that friendship over a period of time of trust and credibility that was earned. You have to let people grow in that and not just give it to them.
Makes sense.
Because sometimes we give people access to our lives and our hearts and we're upset because they've mishandled us. It may not be that they've mishandled us. It may be that we've mismanaged how much we've allowed them to have access to.
Wow. Say that last part again.
It may not be that they've mishandled us. It could be that we have misappropriated or mismanage how much access that we have granted this individual. Relational equity is not a water rafting trip where I'm asking you to join me at this tandem approach at working through waters. It's inviting you on a ship that I already own, that you can learn from this relationship.
I was
This is not a canoe.
Charles, this is crazy.
Or you ready for this relational equity, or you didn't get it. That's okay.
I missed it. I got it 10 seconds later.
It's not a canoe ride where we're water rafting. That's how I see it. You're engaging to help someone, but when you create codependency, it becomes eerie and false expectations are in place.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't need them and they shouldn't need you. If it's not natural, it has to be intentional. Like, how do I care enough not to keep this person encapsulated?
Yeah.
How do I care enough to find opportunities for this person to develop and be deployed in what they're supposed to be doing and not feel like I'm less than because they're shining? How can I really help them and it not hurt me? But their help helps the overall goal of what we're trying to accomplish. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't mean that as a human, I get a pass on having certain feelings or certain thoughts that comes to my mind. But the problem is we actually entertain them and foster them and create space in our minds where they become more than what they should be, just a passing thought.
This is true.
How can I subdue that and still help people to surpass and to really grow? I'm intentional. Am I perfect? Absolutely not. But I am intentional. The people around me, they feel better about themselves just based on how I intentionally find ways to find and fine tune. This is how we're going to grow. This is how we develop. This is how we don't stay busy, but we become better. And it perpetuates. With God's help, we will do mighty things. We will do mighty things, not I. With God's help, we will do mighty things. And then after that, it says he will trample our foes. So if we operate in unity, there are some fights we won't even have to fight. Oh, this is good. This is good.
That's beautiful.
If we're unified, he'll take care of what we don't have. Like, if we're unified.
There are some fights we don't have to fight. That's crazy.
There are times when we're unified. And if we are, we can go rest when it's time to fight.
Wait a minute.
It says, with God's help, we will do mighty things. Mm-hmm. There's something on the inside of you. There's something on the inside of me. There's something on the inside of you. And as we operate and function with continuity and community and unity.
Yeah.
That second portion is he will trample down our foes.
So you can go rest while you fight.
You can go rest at times. It doesn't mean that we don't have to, but at times we can rest if we're unified. But it comes from genuine and pure relational equity. I can make this deposit. I don't feel like I'm a diminished version of myself because somebody else is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
There's enough amazingness to go around.
This is something that I think a lot of us think about, but we don't know how to communicate or haven't had conversations with other leaders to process it out. So this has been very helpful. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. This has been really cool. For me, it's a necessary conversation because I've seen in that Vatican stage or the boss stage or the boss era of living, people are just told what to do,
Mm-hmm.
but they're not taught to rule. So the Bible says that, well done, my good and faithful servant. You've been faithful over a little. Now you become ruler over much. So it goes from faithfulness to rulership. It's not faithful. Of course, you're going to be faithful in the rulership. So
Wow.
we talk about faithfulness, but we don't teach rulership. So people are ingratiated with just do. I'm telling you, just do. I'm telling you, I'm in charge, but we don't teach people how to take charge. So when it's time to rule, what are the rules?
What are the rules?
What are the rules? Like, how can I
Yeah.
function in then this new space? So how can I go from servant to Superman?
Wow.
It's just the difference of the cape. It becomes an apron and then a cape. So how can I turn this apron that I've been serving with, same fabric, into a cape to fly and to make things happen within organizations and institutions? This is a hard conversation. This is a hard transitional phase and stage for many people. This is not an easy conversation to have. How can you develop all that you have acquired over time in the dark seasons, in the unseen seasons, with no spotlight? And then it's time to be revealed because you've been faithful, and you still want to hide because you don't feel like you have the tools to function. You've been told to be faithful, but you haven't been taught to rule. It's faithfulness then rulership.
This is so
Like,
good.
I wrote a book. It's called The Assistant. But it wasn't about you feeling like the last 3 letters of that word. You're not an ant. It's about how can I serve and soar at the same time.
Wow. This is crazy.
How can I work but still work on what's working on the inside of me at the same time? It's both. I heard a very notable individual say to me once, very wise, Charles, if someone has not asked you in 2 years what's in your heart, you probably shouldn't be there.
No way.
Yeah.
They really told you that.
Yeah. And I didn't fully understand it then, but now it makes sense. Because if I'm only doing, and at that 2-year mark, that means you really don't care. If someone has not asked by the 2-year mark, hey man, what's in your heart?
I'm sure this is hitting everybody right now.
You probably shouldn't be there. And it may be that you need to become the thing that you're looking for, but this is a tough conversation to have. I do not like when we use Romans 8 as a way to get away from not handling people appropriately. Mm-hmm. We use Romans 8, God makes all things work together for the good, but some stuff should just be good. We can't devalue or diminish or demean or berate individuals and then put it off on the scripture. Oh, God's going to fix it. Of course he is. But some stuff should just be good.
Wow.
Some stuff should just be good.
I'm sure everybody's doing an audit of their leaders right now. This is crazy.
Paul said there will be many instructors and a few fathers. All he was saying was, you're going to have many bosses and a few leaders. That's pretty much what he was saying. You're going to have people giving you orders, but are people really giving us opportunities? In that in-between space, there's ambiguity, there's frustration,
Yeah.
there is this opaque outlook. If I don't know. There's hope deferred. My heart and my prayer is that we become better leaders. Not perfect ones. Nothing's perfect, but we become better leaders so that people can actually get out of the state of potential. And that return on investment from relational equity, it pays in dividends. I've learned that people will go out of their way. They'll create a way when there is that genuine aspect of really caring and finding the intrinsic value and finding trajectory to make the necessary steps and investments along the way so that they can be actualized. It's not just when you're born and when you find out. It's also when you're functioning in the why. It's also when you're functioning in the why.
This guy.
It is also when you're functioning in the why.
Wow.
That's important as well. I think it's equally important. This has been We Have a Problem podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will catch you on the next one.